What's up guys, welcome to a new market update. It's Sunday, which means we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum and Gold. Like and subscribe, I'll really appreciate that because we're at 99 subscribers right now, so hitting 100 would be very nice. And let's get into the video. As always, let's start with Bitcoin. But yeah, Bitcoin has made new lows, and only making new lows it's not good. Of course, we're in a massive downtrend. Of course, last video I zoomed out fully on the bigger picture how of course we saw this bump, which was what, 10%, 12%, but that doesn't mean anything. And people, I'm not saying people said it to me, but I know people were thinking, oh, we're back, this bump is looking well, we sweeped everything, now we're trying again. But I told you guys, this bump means nothing because we dumped so much. We have to gain certain levels to be sure, okay, we're back. And price made a new low, lower than this one. They sweeped it, are trying right now, but it's not weekend, which it is weekend, which doesn't help because there's lower volume to pick this up and make a big move. And it doesn't really look like price is doing anything. And if we all zoom out for this example, when we make new lows in a downtrend, make a new low here with this wick, and we dump pretty hard. Let me do this. We make a new low here with this, we dump pretty hard. So unless this is the bottom, which is perfectly possible, but I doubt it, we're just going to make new lows. And then we're looking at the next levels on the daily, and that is the 55,000, 52,000 range. If you zoom out, that is this here. And yeah, and I'm telling this several times now, that is the level. If you don't hold it, we're going lower. I mean, and it's not because I don't believe in bull and bear run anymore that I'm saying this, but it's possible that we go back below the 50,000 because price isn't showing any strength. Of course, we saw this move, and then we just dump like there's nothing here. As you see, just red candles all over the place. We make a new low, we try again, we fail, make a new low. So I wouldn't be surprised if price goes to the 55,000 or even the 52,500 next week even. I know it's what, 8% dump, 8% to this level and 12% to this level. Okay, it's a lot, but what did we saw here? From Friday to next Friday, we saw almost like, let's say 25% dump. Everything is possible. The market isn't strong at all, and I wouldn't be looking for long opportunities. Of course, I always say longs come from below and shorts come from above, but this is still a perfect time to short. Just all continuation down can be shorted, or that's at least what I would do. This is no financial advice. But yeah, Bitcoin is heading for new lows, and we're going to talk about the same thing on Ethereum. A lot of levels on Ethereum. Holy, let me remove this for a second. Ethereum also made a new low. Same thing as Bitcoin. Show the pump. Oh, this is on the daily though. Let me zoom in on 4 hour a bit better. They made a pump here, 20%. Wow, crazy. Ethereum, nice returns. If you long the bottom, if you didn't long the bottom, or you got FOMO in here, you got. No, I'm not even going to do it. Yeah, you're fucked. And we make. Oh, Ethereum didn't make a new low yet. Okay, that's positive. They sweep something and try to show something. I mean, it's perfectly possible that we see a pump on Monday. Perfectly possible, but I personally don't expect it. I personally expect new lows on Ethereum, and then the levels on Ethereum are a bit more shaky than on Bitcoin. Because let me zoom out. Okay, look at where we are with Ethereum. We're not in a great spot. We're dumped 70% since the all-time highs. From this level, I'm not saying this is the all-time low, because of course every coin saw that a price 0.01 cents. You get what I mean. But I would say this here in the bear run of 2022 can be considered at all-time lows if we look at the bigger picture for Ethereum. And yeah, that's 30% up, and we're there. That's just one bad news, Trump doing one thing people don't like in the market, and we're there. So Ethereum is very shaky, but that does also mean there will be buying opportunities. Ethereum surely on my watch list to just invest, spot investment. Not it can be with leverage, but even without leverage, just investment for years to come. Surely on my list, but not on my list if it hits 1,000. No, if Ethereum goes here, and I always said that, I mentioned it in the trading versus investing video. I think I made another video about it on the channel as well. I'm not placing a limit order here for buying spot Ethereum. No, I'm waiting until price does everything what it does and then shows strength. And even if that means the price goes back fully here and then I'm buying here instead of here, I'm not taking the risk, because if we dump here, let's even say that's a big dump, who's holding Ethereum back? Do you think other big investors are going to keep pumping money in this if the coin is going to die? No, 800, 600, I'm not taking that risk. So that's why my average entry will be higher, but I don't care. I want to be safe. So even if they sweep this and then show strength, gain this again, and then on the retest I'll be buying, and of course it's more expensive than if I buy on the $1,000, but I'm not taking that risk. But Ethereum on the local picture again, yeah, we have this level. Bitcoin tapped the level. I believe, yeah, Ethereum didn't, because yeah, Ethereum, I mean, 6% move. It's a 6% move, but we all know in crypto, that's nothing really. You have a level to hold here. Basically, this level can be a nice indication. If you lose this, yeah, we're going to make new lows. And if you make new lows below this, it's 99% sure we go to this zone, because why not? There's nothing here to sweep, to pick up. There's no point of interest there, so price will likely drop to that box. Yeah, that box is, as mentioned, the last zone in this region, and then I wouldn't be surprised if he loses, but of course some things still have to happen. It's not like next week we're losing this box and we're another 30% dump, but if you lose this box, then I wouldn't be surprised if you just waterfall down to this, and then this is the next important zone. And of course in this zone, and even it's possible in this zone, because this is a pretty relevant zone, that we get a reaction like this, 20-30%. Surely if you dump here, I expect a pretty decent reaction, because of course this is not just one level, this is the level from 2022-2023 bear runs. There will be buying orders, there will be price will be interacting with the order book, and therefore there's a reaction possible. But don't be fooled, and that's why I'm saying I'm not buying here, because yeah, price can pump for 30% there and then just dump further. I'm waffling a lot about the bigger picture. On the lower time frame, on the 1 hour, Ethereum is doing, yeah, what are they doing? They're creating liquidity. They're not really doing anything bigger on the bigger time frame. I mean, this is just a ticking time bomb in my opinion, because you don't have to be Einstein, you don't have to be a gold trader to see that we're just locally in a big downtrend. Like, this is almost a picture perfect downtrend, because we have clear low lows, clear low highs. Price is just consolidating at the moment, but it's weekend, so that's normal. So my expectation for next week, Bitcoin, Ethereum, new lows, and hopefully, surely for Ethereum, of course, maybe Bitcoin is a bit more important for the bigger picture, but surely Ethereum, yeah, they're already $1,500. They can easily dump below this, and then it's time to do something for Ethereum, because you may argue, of course, Ethereum can go back to $800 and then build from there. That's true, but you have to know that big investors, institutions, companies, governments, do you really think they're taking the risk at Ethereum $800? I mean, I believe that Ethereum will bounce back in the future, surely, but do you think those people with the big money will put their balls on the table and buy Ethereum at $800? I don't think so. And if it's only retail, I don't know if Ethereum can recover quickly. So surely watch out for Ethereum. This is an important zone. If you bounce back from it, it's perfectly possible that this was the bottom, but all hypotheticals, we have to see next week's. If you look at gold, gold showed some nice price action this week. We were here last week, Monday. They made a big dump, made a new low as well. If you zoom out a little bit, as you see, yeah, gold also in a downtrend, moving a bit the same like crypto, even though it's different markets, of course. They showed a nice structure here. They have something to bounce back on, but they said, no, fuck it, I'm pumping. So 3% pump on gold. Nice weekend now, markets close. I wouldn't be surprised to see this. That would be picture perfect price action wise, but also as you see, we're showing local strength, and maybe in the market open, as you see right here, we can maybe pump and push immediately on the Monday, Tuesday to this level, and then yeah, we can see local reversal. Am I saying gold is going to pump back the next week? No, but then we can see maybe with the opening here, and we can gain this, and either we reject it or we can gain this, and then we're here next week, and then gold made some nice progress. 5% gain on gold in the week is not bad. That's all right. And then we can see next week that gold maybe can look for new highs. So gold is doing well at the moment, much better than Bitcoin and Ethereum. But of course, gold is not in their crazy bull run or uptrend like we saw earlier last year. But gold is doing fine. I think for now there's not much to talk about anymore. As I mentioned, if you want me to chart a coin, altcoin, or even give some levels on a forex currency pair, perfectly possible. Let me know in the comments or join the Discord where you can always ask me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.